Hey folks, welcome to another VR video. Today I'm checking out something really awesome. As I was doing my Pixel Rip series, I got an email from the developer of this really awesome emulator called 3D Sen VR. And what this does is it actually transforms classic NES games into a 3D virtual reality experience. There is also in progress a PC version that doesn't require virtual reality, that has the same 3D effect. But we're going to jump into some games. There's, I believe, around 60 games currently supported. If we scroll through the menu here, I've custom made some screenshot artwork for each of the games, but we've got Hudson's Adventure Island, Adventures of Lolo 1, 2, and 3, Antarctic Adventure, Arkanoid, Balloon Fight, Batman, Battle City, Battle Kid, Bomberman, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania, Chip and Dale's Rescue Ranger, Circus Charlie, City Connection, Clue Clue Land, Contra, Dig Dug, Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., and Donkey Kong 3, Dr. Mario, Duck Hunt, Elevator Action, DuckTales 1 and 2, Excite Bite, Flappy Bird. Another curious one called Flappy Bird FPV, which I can't seem to get working. I thought it was going to be the same Flappy Bird homebrew, but it's not running from that, so I'm not sure. Galaga, Ghosts and Goblins, Goonies, Gyromite, Hogan's Alley, Ice Climber, Journey to Silius, Kung Fu, Legacy of the Wizard, Legacy of Cage, Legend of Zelda, Lode Runner, Mappy, Mario Brothers, Mega Man 1, 2, and 3, Metroid, Micro Mages, Pac-Man, Pinball, Pooyan, Popeye, Road Fighter, Shadow of the Ninja, Shatterhand, Spy Hunter, Super Bat Puncher, another fun homebrew, Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario Brothers 1, two versions of Tetris, both Nintendo and Tengen, which interestingly enough, there are also two versions of Tetris for the Virtual Boy, which I'll be covering in the months ahead. Twin Bee, Urban Champion, Wild Gunman, Wrecking Crew, Yar Kung Fu, and Zooming Secretary, another homebrew. So a big library already available, and all of these are kind of hand-touched and curated by the developer Geode. We're going to jump into a couple of them. The first one I actually picked up and started playing is one of my all-time favorites, Arkanoid. So if we play this, first of all, I can kind of... So I don't know if you can see it, but there is definitely some depth on the screen here. The round and scoring and everything else is definitely appearing in front of the playfield. The playfield almost looks like a pinball machine, actually. Oh, we almost got that warp out, but I missed it because I was not paying attention. I get totally distracted by the 3D effects of the game. Now, one other thing I can do is I can turn the playfield, as you can see here. And you can turn that in multiple directions for your own comfort. I think that's the slowdown here. That slowdown is going to help us keep multi-ball going for a little while. And again, you can tilt that playfield and you can see even more of that depth, which is pretty darn awesome. Now, each one of these ROMs, like I said, definitely got some attention from the developer, one way or another, to create these basically works of art out of Nintendo ROMs. I have never really experienced anything as remarkable in virtual reality as playing an 8-bit game and getting distracted and losing my paddle, but playing an 8-bit game that you would never expect to see this type of depth in, and just boom, you load it up, and it's truly amazing. It really is. So that's a quick look at Arkanoid, which was the first game I ever played in this system. Just after I booted it up, that's one of my favorite games, and I was like, oh, Arkanoid's in here. But we'll play a couple of others. Recently, I've been playing a lot of a game called Pixel Rip 1995, and you'll see more of that actually later today as I continue that series. But one of the levels, actually the level that I'll be playing later today, is based off of this game, Castlevania by Konami, the game series. And in Pixel Rip, there's a character named Cedric. Here, this is I think it's Trevor Belmont in this one. It might be Simon Belmont. But again, I don't know if you can see it. I can turn the screen a little bit so you can see. There's actual depth and gaps and layers to each of the levels of the game. Now, of course, the scoreboard across the top and things of that nature, maybe not as much creativity and depth there, but like we just went through a door. Now, this is the part that is tremendous. In this hallway here, the curtains are actually blowing with shadows behind them. Like, this is not something that you get in your normal run-of-the-mill Castlevania ROM. This is love and attention all the way. Let's go this way and let's squat. Ah, we missed it. That's okay. We'll go this way. Where'd the other one go? I got clipped by that witch down there. That's okay. Whoops. And here's a door. Again, these doors open. They end up flat when they're opened. But when they're closed, they're totally three-dimensional. I know there's some food here. Yeah. Still remember some of the secrets in this one. Now, this stairwell's a little awkward to get to, but you can see that it's a stairwell, at least. I'll just skip all this, because I don't like those little sea monsters down there. They tend to get in my way. Alright, so let's open another door here. And you can see another curtain with a shadow casting. So cool. Now, I do want to give the disclaimer, this game, or emulator really, I don't even want to call it an emulator, really. It's way more than an emulator to me. It's a project, I'll call it. And I am not good at these. Could have used that. Alright, we're gonna go up here and see if we can... We're almost definitely going to die. And there's our death. Either way, though, that's a look at Castlevania. But this project does not ship with any ROMs. Homebrew ROMs are absolutely supported. You can pick those up online, but the rest you're gonna have to find for yourself. Also, all of this artwork I've generated from the game images themselves. None of the artwork is included either. Let's jump into some Chippendale's Rescue Ranger here. But the in-game art is definitely lovingly touched on by the developers. I mean, just look at that. The cactus got me. Man, the cactuses don't look like they're harmful until they bite me. Wow, I died very quickly. Let's try again. Go this way. Alright, we died again. Let's try a couple more games here. Donkey Kong is absolutely a classic, right? Been around since the early 80s. I believe it's also Mario's debut. So you can see the little 3D pixelized Mario at the bottom here, playing this classic game by Nintendo. Completely re-envisioned and retooled. And this is something, you know, I really wish Nintendo themselves would build something like this. It's entirely within the realm of possibility, obviously, since someone else did it for them, basically. The other thing I want to show is you can actually zoom in and out. So just by using the grip buttons on the Rift S here, I can zoom out, zoom back in. There's just so many different camera controls within the game, which is really just quite awesome. Let's see which one it goes down. Of course it goes that way. Dying again. Either way, that's Donkey Kong. I haven't played these games in many years, some of them. But, I mean, so many hits. Let's try Duck Hunt. I know Duck Hunt actually has a light gun you can select the game mode. Let's take this one. I'm trying to figure out how to grab the gun, though. So I'm not sure how to pick up the light gun here. I see it, but that's the one thing I'm not sure of in this. As you can see, there's definitely a duck there, but I'm not sure how to play the gun games yet. But they are supported. Obviously, you've got Hogan's Alley, also Wild Gunman. So there's plenty of possibilities there. I'm going to jump into another awesome game, Galaga. Another one of those hits from the 80s that ate a lot of coins for me in the arcade. Now completely reimagined, and I'm going to just kind of tilt the screen a little bit so you can see. Alright, let's tilt a little bit more so you can see more dramatic effect there. It's pretty sweet. And now let's get it back to a playing field that I can actually hopefully not die. Tilt it up a little. But yeah, these very cool, timeless classic games, completely reimagined in virtual reality, using the same software as originally programmed back in the 80s. It's just super impressive to me. We'll do one more game here. We'll play. I really like how Super Mario Bros. 3 looks in this, so we'll play that for just a moment, and then we'll call it a day. But this title is currently on Steam. The VR version retails for, I believe, $19.99. It's currently on sale, 30% off. It's $13.99 right now on Steam. There is a PC version that's in beta. I'll give you a link to the Discord if you want to test that. It is in public beta, so you can test out a lot of these games on your flat screen PC with the same kind of tilting features and things of that nature. But let's jump in and do a quick level of Super Mario Bros. 3. I have to say, this reminds me of a bit of Paper Mario, because Mario's kind of a flattish sprite, but at the same time, it's a 3D game. Like this is a game that was never in 3 dimensions, and now like I can turn this and you can see that's an actual block. There's shadows coming from the Koopa. Of course I hit that. Man, I'm getting killed? I wouldn't say killing it. Yeah, dying is what I was doing. I need some practice with the NES library. It's been a long time, but it's really also just... I'm spending more time looking at the game than playing the game. And completely losing the attention that I would give to the game. Because I'm just so in awe of the graphics here. It's so cool. Hey, over here. Let's try. I'm gonna lose that one up. Yep, lost the one up. That's unfortunate. Now, a long time ago, this particular game was actually a title in the Nintendo World Championships. I think it debuted at the Nintendo World Championships. May have been in the early 90s. May have still been in the 80s, actually. I don't remember the exact timing on that. But that is a quick look at 3D Sen VR. Again, you'll have to find your own ROM images and games. Homebrew content is readily available. You can play games like this one right here, Micro Mages, or Super Bat Puncher. Zooming Secretary is another one that are supported, and Homebrew Flappy Bird as well. hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll be back with more content soon. Stay tuned actually later today, more American-friendly hours for another episode of my Pixel Rip 1995 series. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself, and thanks for watching.